Mic test. Hello? Okay, it's working. Where on earth is... Hey, what's up, guys? Holy crap. I wasn't looking at the chat box. Yo, Tage, welcome back. And Candy, Hero, HTC, Sonic, welcome back. Why so late? I was busy editing, and the call time for the podcast is kind of later. And I was not paying attention with the time, because before when I'm not finished with the editing on the video that I'm about to upload. I just did a quick edit, but it's not fully finished, and then I took a power nap because I was feeling kind of sleepy. Damn, hold on a moment. I haven't been doing my dailies. Damn it, I think I won't be able to do my Enfield dailies. Might do it later. Okay, so the podcast might happen later. Just to give you guys a quick heads up, I might not be able to read the chat. Yeah, we're doing a podcast. Just to give you guys a heads up, I might not be able to read the chat because I want to fully focus on what topics that they have set up for the call, for the podcast call. So yeah. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. Okay, let me do my dailies real quick because we're prepping to hop in on call. Hey, yo, Liberator, what's up, man? Welcome back. Oh, good luck with the study, my guy. Like, I'm sorry, I need to. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all that. I kinda like it that it's right there. Gotta speedrun this. I think the podcast is about to happen soon. Technically, I don't need to do the temple. Do I need? Alright, let's do the chips, man. Where's the ether? Stupid bot didn't notify again? What bot? Oh, you meant from the Discord. It's I don't know, I've not been kind of fixing the bot notifications. Make sure that YouTube notifications is up, though. I think YouTube notifications is way more accurate versus the Discord bot. What the heck? Why is my Xiaoguang not bursting? Hey, yo, Rascal, what's up, man? Okay, again, just a quick heads up for the podcast later. I might not be able to read the chat. Okay, just a quick heads up. But I'll be glancing from time to time, but not gonna be able to read the chat. Because again, I've been on their group chat, and they've been setting up a kind of like a portfolio on, or basically a list. Okay, basically a list on what topics that we're gonna talk about. Like, I haven't been giving any topics, because holy crap, man, it's already jam-packed with what talks we need to talk about. We were supposed to talk about everything. Like, we're gonna talk about wind, we're gonna talk about all the future stuff, but we kind of benched the wind because we still don't know what wind truly does. Okay, we still don't know, and most of the information on wind are LEAK, so we kind of benched it. We're gonna wait for it to be fully released, or once 3.0 is now looming. Meaning, like, for example, when 2.8 is about to be over, because right now we're just gonna talk about, we're gonna talk about probably on 2.8 stuff. Jade will not be on podcast. Jade will be on podcast for tonight, so he will be reading chat less for tonight. Okay, appreciate that, Rascal. You know what? Let me pin that. If you want, ZZ posted it on Twitter, Jade. What post? Again, I don't have Twitter, okay? If you told me that, yo, they uploaded something on Twitter, it's so hype, I don't know what it is, because, I still use Facebook. I still use Facebook. Call me an old man, an old guy. Yes, I'm that type of person, okay? I don't use Twitter. I have Facebook. So yeah. However, we do have the Discord notifications on Discord for ZZZ Twitter post. So I guess I'm kind of updated somewhat, but I don't really pay attention. Okay, we're already at 100. That's fast. That's good. Just 150 more. Goodness me, man. A lot of pre-farming to do. Oh, I'm so hyped for season 3. Like, I've been watching a lot of Velina Shaman Visions, and holy crap, man, Velina looks fun to play. Velina looks fun to play. Outside of Premier teams, Velina looks fun to play. You could totally play her as a main DPS, but she feels like an off-field agent. Like, you could totally on-field her, but with her ER scaling, okay? With her ER scaling... Hold on, my headphones are dying. Okay, hold on a moment. Where are my headphones? I can't hear shit. Okay, there we go. Now I hear everything. Okay, you guys might hear cricket in the background because yesterday, today and yesterday when I was editing the video for the Shiyu Help, basically the title was helping one of my viewers clear their Shiyu type of thing. When I was editing it, every time I speak, the fucking cricket in the background, I can fucking hear it. It's like, oh my fucking god, that's so fucking annoying. Are you guys hearing that? Because clearly, it's the middle of the night, and this cricket is always making that constant, non-stop noise. It's like my white noise here. I don't hear any cricket. Maybe that's because my voice is a bit too loud and the background music is making the root cause of it. But there's definitely a cricket. Okay, the cricket is very loud. I'm gonna gamble not having Velina for some time. Technically, again, wow, I think that's gonna be a ballsy move. Just for a specific agent, but we will see. Because again, Velina is basically the first wind element we got in the game, and she might be the base for basically the base foundation for something new. Jade is hearing a cricket. What is he, Pinocchio now? No. Goodness me, man. Okay, hold on a moment. I am done with my ZZZ, so I'll be closing my game. I haven't been doing my end field, so I might do a quick one. Oh, this post. This post. Win attribute gameplay details. This is official, right? This is official. Because, this looks official. Yeah, version 2.8. When any agent deals wind damage to an enemy, it accumulates wind anomaly buildup on them, after which they enter the windswept state. When enemies enter the windswept state, their actions are interrupted and they take massive wind damage. When enemies in windswept state, any direct wind damage they take will be increased based on certain agent mechanics. Additional, when an agent deals fire, ice, electric, physical, or ether damage to an enemy for the first time, it will trigger the corresponding attribute contamination effect. For example, let's look at when an agent first deals ice damage to an enemy in windswept state. A total new powerful enemy Scorched Horizon will be added to Deadly Assault version under the containment effect. The direction containment corresponding attribute taken by enemy will be increased based on certain agent mechanics during a single windswept stage duration. The contamination effect is a what now? Hold on a moment. I can't really show this because there's actually another one. There's another one. There's another one. Oh wait, that was it. That was it. What the heck? Hold on. Goodness me, man. I'm feeling kinda... There's two Jade, both picks are different. I actually kind of read the second one. I think the second part is actually the important one. Hold on, I'm currently yapping with Softy. I haven't met the other two. Like, the only person I know is Softy. Like, I don't know, I'm feeling I feel kind of scared because I haven't been paying attention with the list that we're gonna be yapping because I was busy editing, busy with IRL and stuff. Like, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I thought I was going to be late because I just woke up because I took a power nap. But the moment I look at the time, it's like, holy shit, I got something to do later. Like, same thing happened with the special program. Goodness me, man. Man, like, I don't know, man. Like, being on my age right now, especially when you're always groggy, it's like sleep is a must, man. You'd end up just want to take a good power nap. In short, when procs does burst damage just like assault, and when you proc another anomaly while the enemy is affected by wind or vice versa, it triggers vortex instead of disorder. So in my understanding before, wind is basically a buff to anomaly. Jay, did you play NTE yet, or are you not gonna to? I did say already a couple of times on previous streams the other day that I will be benching NTE. I haven't played NTE. I haven't touched it. I haven't seen it. However, I did see some clips of some gameplay mechanics on where can you find these free thingy-majiggies on NTE. You gotta explore, you gotta adjust the time, you gotta go over here. It's like, it's a fucking big map exploration. And then the first thing that popped up in my mind, it's basically GTA, but it's not GTA. It's like, what game was it? That was like Watch Dogs. Okay, if you guys did not know, I actually played Watch Dogs, and it kind of just reminded me of that. You know, it's kind of like GTA is basically Watch Dogs is basically GTA with hacking. Okay. It's basically a hacker game. That's what I first noticed it. It's like, oh, it's kind of like that type of open world where you can explore everything. Every nook and cranny, you can climb stuff and everything. And if you want to have better exploration, you better pull the character that can walk on walls, because she's going to be probably the start to help the early players explore the map early on. That's basically the idea about it. Have you played Watch Dogs 2? Nope, I haven't. I've only played 1, and I haven't even finished Watch Dogs 1. Because back then, I was using a laptop, and my laptop couldn't even manage to run the game. It was completely lagging and stuff. But I did played it a little bit, but then it kept crashing, so that's that. I might try to install it, but like I said, I do not have enough free time to be playing other games. Like, I don't even got the time to play my Enfield that much. Jade, Discord VC when with chat when? Hopefully some other time when I get the free time, because sometimes usually on my free time I kind of bond with the family, and sometimes I just want to rest and take a nap. I play the game. It's basically based of a ZZZ a little bit. Random blood gaming. Brother seems to leave us hanging in there. Goodness me, man. Is this guy new to the stream? Hold on a moment. Wait, I think I know this person. Are you part of the Scott Outpost? Wait. Oh, there, it's working. Hold on. Crap. I think we're about to start. Damn it, this is what happened if I get it completely locked in and distracted, man. Hold on, let me add your boy to the list first. Yes, he is. Damn it. I'm getting myself completely distracted. Hold on, let me set up Streamlabs. Streamlabs is not responding, by the way. Softy just yapped and Streamlabs is not yapping. Yeah, Streamlabs is not working. Hold on, let me reactivate the bot. You should try Far Cry. Again, there are so many games I want to try to play. Even the older games. Dude, even Black Flag. Okay, Black Flag Remake is now up. Okay, Black Flag Remake is now up. I actually watched the trailer. It was so good. Sadly, if I were to buy the game, I won't be able to play it. Because again, I do not have a lot of free time. It's just that IRL stuff, work stuff, and streaming and a little bit of editing is all I can totally do. And you know, just a short time in ZZZ is all I could do, man. It's just that even my Enfield, bro, a short tiny bit in my Enfield, that's all I could do. I really want to play other games. It's just that I do not have a lot of free time, man. Nah, put the guy in the list. Goodness me, man. Start playing Souls like games like me. Again, I really want to try Elden Ring as well, you know? It's like it's a fun game. It's a sweaty fun game because I did play a couple of Dark Souls back in my day. It's just that I do not have a lot of free time today. Hold on, I kind of refreshed the bot. I think it kind of works now. I think it works now. I think it does not. What the heck? Okay, now it's working. Goodness me, man, that was freaking loud. Yo, Vicenta, welcome back. I'm sorry if I didn't give a shout out to the previous yappers. Hold on, we got Random Blood Gaming. Let me add him to the list. We got Random Blood. Actual blood. Welcome to the list, buddy. I am indeed. We waiting for you? Oh, damn it. They're waiting for me. Hold on. Shit. Hold on. I'm sorry. I got ADHD, man. I've got ADHD. Let's hop into the Yap Fest. Hold on. Let me hop into the call because I can't really find. Where is the call? Again, guys, I won't be able to read the chat. Okay, I won't be able to read the chat, but I'll be glancing from time to time. Okay, if you guys want to yap and listen to the podcast topic, then it would be It would be fun. Sadly, I won't be able to read the chat and tell you guys that, your boy Rascal said something about this and that. Should we talk about it? I think I won't be able to do that. Okay, I'm very sorry. Don't worry, Jay, I'll be sure to redeem Trigger for you. Again, no loud redeems, please. Okay, please. Or else I will fucking kick you and ban you, okay, for an hour. please don't do anything chaotic. I did. Holy crap, I did. Where is the thingy-majiggy? Oh, there you guys are. Holy crap. Okay, it's starting. Hold on. Hello?
Greetings.
Howdy.
Okay, it's finally working. Holy crap, man. Sorry I'm a bit late.
It's quite alright.
It's okay. You managed it at least. Welcome.
Yeah. Can you see the CC messages chat?
The CC
Jade.
Yeah, I'm opening the chat right now. Okay, we got a very long list. Okay, off topic. Who do you goon to?
Okay.
Well, yeah, this is something we can expand on, that's for sure. But I'm not sure if Sevadra or Softy will allow it.
It's Softy's call, but I also exist in a family in my living room, so I would prefer that not to be the thing.
That would be really weird. What the heck is your boy yapping with? What is gooning?
Can we do Permea chat as the? Because I know you're gonna pull her and just be like, that's what we talk about. Because I know wind is the is going to be new, but I'd prefer to talk about wind when we get closer to it, and they sort of like go through it in the 3.0 like live. Because I know they did produce a little snippet, but
I mean, the Chromia character demo came out last night too.
yeah.
I think Promea would be a good topic, honestly. Especially contrary to Miyabi. So I think we have a little bit to yap about in this regard. If you're okay with it, Jade, of course.
I'm sure. Hold on. I'm trying to find the thingy-majiggy. Ah, there we go. Stream kit.
The thingy McJiggy. I see.
You're putting us on the
Promea,
stream, guys.
Where is the thingy-baloogie?
Oh, by the way, I don't know if chat is able to hear you on your live stream, because I think there's a question with where are you talking, but I'm not sure.
Ooh, it's CC private streaming into.
Yeah, we're in a private channel in the Battle Hub Discord, which is the English Battle Hub for Zenless Endgame and PvP shenanigans. If you've heard of it from a long while ago, probably from Kete. If not, we're kind of just a group of people who just play Endgame in a bunch of various different funny ways for fun. We run a podcast that talks about, you guessed it, Endgame. And trying to help people out and getting some stuff going.
Okay, there you guys pop up on stream now.
And so, basically, what this podcast thing that Jade is guest starring on us is is we just kind of talk a bunch about some endgame stuff and how the agents and the stuff work and how the enemies work and all the tips and tricks. And if you need some help, then you come to the right place. We just love endgame. Is pretty much what it's all about.
That's a good explanation, Sabadra. Thank you.
Yep.
Indeed.
The stream is
gotta
getting
make
a bit
sure
of
I
the behind
intro.
the scenes on our preparation, so yeah, there you go.
Gonna move it over.
If you wish to see all of our previous works, you can check us out at the YouTube channel The Scott Outpost Investigators, as is per our podcast. I don't know if I'll get smited for posting links in your chat, Jade, but I will try.
No, it's fine. It's chill.
All right.
Okay, I think I'm done with the setting up on OBS and stuff. Just making sure that it's working. Kind of looking at the OBS screen right now. You guys are popping in.
Looking good so far. At least is what I see.
Oh, yep. Thank you, Nightbot. Very cool.
Oh wait, did you drop a link? Yeah, that's Nightbot. Nightbot is very strict when it comes to dropping links.
I did quite literally just ask, and you did quite literally just say I would be okay.
My bad.
Maybe if you post the link, that might work. And
See, send me the link. Send me the link. The thing is, that's so funny. My bad. Drop it in the chat box link, and I'll drop it. Cause Nightbot, I forgot about Nightbot existed in the freaking chat. He's very strict when it comes to links, man. That's so funny. There you have it. That's the link, guys. The Scott Outpost link. I just said yes. Yeah, and then Nightbot just became, what is it? What are you on about? Stop posting links, warning. Goodness me, man. Nightbot is the most strictest bot in my arsenal. Sometimes I forget he exists.
It's funny.
Okay, so are we gonna start the Yap Fest?
If you're ready, then we'll intro in for our video. We do it in a video format, and we tend to also not swear too much and not talk about leaks, just as a heads up.
Okay, gotcha. So we're just gonna talk about what's how should I say this? What the devs have released, basically in the special live program. No talking about LEAK. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Yep. Just focus on this current Shiyu and Deadly Assault cycle, and then the off-topic being Promia and how she will fit into the game's roster and the end game therein. It's a pretty straightforward kind of premise for our podcast. You'll get the feel of it pretty quickly.
Okay, gotcha.
Especially if you like Yap.
Oh, I think he does.
Please also, chat, do not rage bait Jade.
Yeah, do not again, because I do have a feeling one moron in the chat might redeem something that is really loud and obnoxious, and it might distract me. So I'm just mods. If somebody does something suspicious, ban him.
Damn, just straight punishment.
Okay, ready, you guys?
I'm ready.
Good as golden.
Jade?
I am not ready, but let's do this. I did not. Pretty much sure you guys have your introduction set up now. I did not do my homework on that. I don't know. I just woke up earlier. I thought I'll be late for this special occasion.
I mean, you are late and you were late, but it's fine.
Okay, I am late.
Made me wake up at 11 a.m. just for you to be late. How could you?
No, it's fine. It's fine. So what we are doing is just a little introduction of ourselves, with you in the lead, and then afterwards we will talk a little bit about Shio, and we usually exchange conversations. It's really easy and straightforward. Nothing to worry about. Take it as an easy yap fest and exchange of opinion. You could
One
say.
final concern: you have played the end game, right?
No, I have not. Of course I have.
Oh no!
He paid it, Sumatra.
You know what? We have had occasions where this hasn't happened before. Despite being the end game focus podcast, people have just not played the end game in
Right, Sumatra?
preparation for the podcast.
Couldn't
Yeah,
be you,
but-
man, right?
Yeah, but couldn't be you either.
Imagine being super prepared. Anyway, let's start the introduction, guys.
Okay, ready?
Okay, ready.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Welcome to the Scott Outpost Investigators podcast. I'm your host, Softy Mage, and we're here to talk about the Zenless Zone Zero endgame as of season 47 and season 35 of Deadly Assault, or Shiu Defense 47 and Deadly Assault 35. We got a co-host Savadra,
Hello, how you doing?
co-host Thirsty Blood,
Greetings, everyone, and welcome.
and our special guest Jade Nova.
Hey, happy to be here.
So today, again, we're going to be talking about Shiu Defense and Deadly Assault, and our off-topic will be Premia and how she'll fit in the end game coming up.
Fun.
Let's go.
All right, guys, let's talk about season 47. That's from May 1st to May 15th. Jade, you want to start her off?
Season 1st to May 15, Shiu Defense.
The current
Yes.
Shiu
Yep.
defense.
current
defense.
Shiu
How do you
right
feel
now?
about the current Shiu defense.
The second stage is super filled, and it's very obnoxious.
Is that it?
The second stage of stage 5, or do you mean stage 2 of the whole Shiu?
I would assume stage 5.
Because they're the final stage. Okay, the final stage. Because there are 3 stages, right? the level 1, the level 1 floor. Basically, the Deadly Assault, right? The stage 5th, the last one. Are we gonna talk about the
Yeah,
previous
this is-
stage, or is just the 5th one?
Usually
can
we talk
dip
about
into
5.
we can dip into node 4. It just
Yeah.
mostly talk about stage or node 5.
Because it's kind of nostalgic to play stage 1 to 4. Because it's the old Shiu. That's the old Shiu. And stage 5th, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of like Deadly Assault in a way, but it's I'm not really fond of Shiu's point system, because it's like it's a real sweat fest where you really need to be min-maxing proper rotations here and there, immediately obliterate the minion wave, so you can get a very high satisfactory score if you're aiming to get a high score, or if you're sweating just trying to get the 25k, basically the bare minimum.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
struggling a little bit, at least this round. I had to pull out the YSG for room 1, but other than that, it was, I agree, it was a little bit struggle this week. This time around.
However, something to talk about is room 1 buffs are kind of neutral, like any attacker or rupture unit can benefit it. Room 2 is very shield. It's restrictive to Sizia.
It's a very neutral buff in the first room.
And
The second room is not super neutral, but is still pretty okay. All things considered, a good amount of agents can take advantage of it. Is mostly swung to electric agents and is the Cecilia shield room type of deal. And then room 3, it gives extra buildup rate for Ether and Ice Anomaly, and this Shiu will also be running through the first part of the Promia banner, but it is still also pretty generalist, all things considered, without that extra build-up. Like, you can play any anomaly into this, and you will get the defense shred on anomaly proc and more anomaly damage. So it's a pretty good room for that as well. The only problem with it is the enemy resistance is electric, which means Grace and Yanagi just kind of they die a little bit.
They kind of fall off.
Yeah. I'm surprised that the room 3 was not Ice Week as well, or the boss was not going to be Ice Week because of Primea. But it's still
Still gotta have those angels representation, you know.
that is true.
Plus, basically everybody's gonna be using Primea with Nangong if they pulled both of them anyway. So
True that. Thirsty, what do you have to say about some of this?
So I am this time around. I'm the one who hasn't played the full Shio completely.
okay, man.
No. Let me finish. So I did play one stage, and so usually I'm like a halfway type of player. So I wouldn't have a big problem with the third room in stage 5, because like this is I go in maybe with Nangong, Yuzuha, and Miyabi, so I had this last time, so it's pretty easy. I did play the second room with a funny team, and I didn't expect to actually get the 25,000 with Tissia, Corin, and Rina. I did this because we currently have Deadliest as a Shio event challenge in our server running, and which we host regularly. And this time around, we have to play with limited S-rank agents, an A-rank agent, and an S-rank agent in one team. So you can't do anything else. You can't do double limited or double A. You really have to have limited S, S-rank standard, and A-rank. So I went with this team, and it actually got 26,000 points. Mind you, though, my Tissia is M1, Corin M6, and Rina is, I think, M3 or 2, something like this. I think M2 or M3. So I was kind of surprised to get this 26,000 points, and I have seen this stay as the room 1, and we have one annoying boss enemy again, which is the miasma spawn. And for those people who in Jade's chat who don't really maybe know it too well, the miasma spawn is very hard to collect or group. So usually, like an agent with Nicole, you will have a hard time to group those people. You have to have like Yusuha or other S-rank agents to actually bring them together, which is kind of annoying, but yeah. Other than that, it is for my account level fine, but it can be a little bit more difficult for other people since there's 2 attacker teams required, more or less. And most people are anomaly pilled.
Well, I think it is a relatively decent Shiyu for anomaly overall. Nothing like too terrible about the Shiyu as it like is. I think you could respectively play anomaly into at least the Rampant Brute and Scorps. The Pteroraptor room is a little bit of a challenge. Good luck with that one, but you know, I myself, I'm kind of curious because I didn't have too much of a problem with this Shiyu, but I am also only playing in the context of the aforementioned challenge that Blood brought up. So I'm not getting 100k like I usually am, but I am still getting pretty easily S rank in all of the rooms. The Shiyu has also felt weirdly straightforward in terms of the mechanic change, and I know I kind of riffed on it in the last episode, where it was kind of just yes, this Shiyu format change is basically entirely built for Yeshengguang. But it feels like in this Shiyu more than others, the scores are like translating to like a more direct translation of like, you know, you're able to get the time that you're able to get, and then you will like get the same exact score instead of having any amount of variance because of being able to front load your damage. And I don't know if that's because of the 3 waves that are spawning on the Scorps and the Pteroraptor room. I might also just kind of be crazy, but does anyone else like noticed that?
I would agree with Pteroraptor because my score definitely reflected my because I don't have an electric DPS sadly, and so I used Evelyn on that run. But yeah, that score does seem right for what I was trying to hit.
I did
Yeah,
try
it
on
feels a lot straightforward.
somebody's
Go ahead.
account. It was really difficult if you do not have an electric DPS on the second floor. Because I was sweating on because I do Shiyu help with one of my viewers in the chat. They could ask for help and then I help them out. Goodness me, man, it was so AIDS, man. It's just that if you it's Shiyu buffs are so restrictive. It's like you gotta play with the rules of the floor. You can't really, well, unless you have Mindscapes. Okay, unless you have Mindscapes, you could totally brute force it. But when it comes to literally free-to-play accounts, like literally does not have signature, you do have the agent, the builds are kind of mid, it will struggle on the floor, especially if you're team playing it with niche agents as well. Especially if you don't have Astra, you know. Astra is such a good addition to just giving that extra attack to just slightly get that bare minimum score. But yeah, that's what I kind of find annoying in Shiyu, because again, you can't really go and have fun in the new Shiyu, because I've been trying to, you know, to play Anton, to play what's his name again, Manato, even with prestige supports with Dylan, Lucia, and Astra, they just can't clear, because the issue with A ranks is they can't really obliterate the minion wave as fast as humanly as possible, unlike an S rank that has no problems.
I think that's more or less true per agent, but I think in terms of the strict agent pool that you have available to you, yes, there are going to be more S ranks that can handle like grouping or have those other axes of like AoE damage or the ability to hit multiple targets at once with their attacks compared to the A ranks and such. There are exceptions, but there are like, yeah, those like linchpin type of agents that you're just like always using. They become pretty important in this game mode. And like, I still generally dislike the score format. I just also feel like this was like, I was getting more direct translation of my scores in this Shiyu than in prior Shiyus, because it's like, in like since the score change, the situation has basically come up numerous times where it's like, I can't play in the rotation that I'm used to, because it's like focused on stun and dumping your damage and stun to deal more damage to the boss itself. The score multipliers basically make it that, like, if I have enough resources at the beginning of the big boss fight, I just dump all my resources at the start of the boss fight for as many points as I can get, which is stupid and counterintuitive, and I hate it, but it's what's yielded more score compared to playing proper rotations, historically speaking. So that's just kind of the observation I made for this Shiyu. Is like, it doesn't feel strictly that way.
Oh yeah, I could totally
It's
relate
interesting.
to that because I was helping somebody's account the other day. I was struggling to get 25k, and then one of my viewers, shout out to Hero, he says to just dump all your resources early for a better score. It was kind of funny. It's like, wait, shouldn't we be doing the ultimates in the stun window? Because that's how it works, you know. You'll be able to kill the boss faster. But with Shiu's score point time system, it's based on the time, right? So I guess it's better to use your resources early, even if it's not stunned. Because when I did that, I got the bare minimum clear, which is kind of funny, and more.
Yeah, that's basically one of our critics we had in the new Shio format. At the first time it went out, or it went live, I mean to say, we were like optimistically positive about the new Shio defense because it was something new, and usually most of us are horizontal players, and we appreciated the idea to have like 3 separate teams and also no gear share. But the point system is exactly as you say. The biggest flaw of the new Shio defense, because it makes you basically play the game suboptimal, since you have to put out all your resources like ultimates or X special attacks outside of the stun window, just to put it out in the first minute of the battle. And yeah, it feels wrong to play the game like this, but for low level accounts, it's the best way to collect points. We do usually also write that down in the survey in the hopes that CCC will change this new Shio format with the scoring system, because most of the people don't like this kind of system. I think the time chase was way better in the previous Shio defense, like we still have in 1 to 4. So yeah, it's like odd, but at least what Sevadra has confirmed quite often already in our podcast, at least the bosses in Shio do not get HP inflations for now, at least. Like I think the last Shio cycles we had, there was no HP inflation at all. So it all counts and depends on the buffs we have right now. And yeah, of course, stage 2 or room 2, let's say, will feel a little bit difficult, because even though the boss is fire weak, we only receive electric damage buff and no fire damage buff on the elemental side, which is kind of funny to see and odd. But yeah, it's basically a seed Cisia shield. Yeah, it's a little bit restrictive, but there are ways to do stuff. But of course, it always depends on what kind of stage your account is and how, deep you like to play the end game.
We'll mention that I did say, I think somewhere in the Battle Hub, that I've been keeping a close eye on it, and the HP hadn't changed or significantly jumped between like the format change starting in 2.5 and was roughly equivalent to the like Shiyu 6 and Shiyu 7 that enemies had before the format change. Like since 2.5, the HP has been pretty stagnant all around. I did look just now, and apparently they chose this single Shiyu to be the Shiyu that they just increased the everything for, which explains a couple of things.
Blood damn! Why do I even talk?
It's like, man, of all the times, but essentially, like, the Scorps has a equivalent or like effective HP because of the purification of 33 million, which is still in line with like the base of like how things have been for the past little while. Like it's been relatively that like line of like 33, 34 million as like the upper limit. since 2.7. Terroraptor is actually the weakest of the group right now at 26 million. And the Rampant Brew is at an effective 38 million. Because you can purify it multiple times. It has naturally higher HP, but because of that, you get more purify damage. So its effective HP is, adjusted for that. But it's still the highest HP unit on the cycle. And 38 is still quite a lot. Because before the last time it showed up, it was an effective HP of 32 million. So that is a pretty big jump from the start of 2.7.
Would you say because of the waves of each one that affects how much HP that the main boss has? Because I mean that's probably why Terroraptor is so low or a little bit lower than the others, because there's a lot of waves within that one. And that's probably the same with the room 1 with Scorpus.
It would be interesting if that was the case, but the fun part about this Shiyu is that this this room 2 is the first time we've seen a miasma elite enemy in the waves of Shiyu, because they put the miasmic heavy striker in there. And the fun part about having a miasma elite enemy is you get purify on that enemy and you still get the same benefit of resources from that purify. So that room is naturally going to have more resources and more for you to do, and like have more ways to deal damage to Terroraptor, because you're getting purify, you're getting a ton of energy, and like if you're also stunning the enemy, then you're getting chain attacks off and can get your resources just kind of built up on immediately for the Terroraptor. I would have expected Terroraptor to have the most HP, but the fact that it has the least HP in terms of effective HP after purify damage is very interesting to me. I guess it is also the room with the most restrictive buff, so it's probably counterbalanced for that. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thought, because this is also another Shiyu, like another thing the Shiyu is doing is it didn't do the little like half HP spawn thing that has been a thing for the past couple of Shiyus that Softy has hated.
Hey, I liked it actually, but
that he liked, but everyone else hated.
That's right.
But they didn't do that in this Shiyu either, and that would have only been a problem in room 3. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's correlated in any way, except the heavy striker has 2 enemies that provide miasma resources. And I guess because of that, it's the both least restrictive and most restrictive room in the Shiyu somehow. I don't know. It's a little strange.
This is also the first Shiyu where we had 2 minion waves on 2 floors, right? I'm not going crazy. Because,
no, that's
we
been
had it in the beginning. We did have double 2 waves, I think, in the beginning, in the early stages of the new Shiyu. It doesn't sound new to me.
It's been a while since they put like 3 waves of mobs in higher floors, period. But since the turn of the format, they have been putting 3 waves in Shiyu 5s for every so often.
Yeah, I think they've done 2-3 waves a couple times, but it's been a rare thing of like just usually once per cycle.
I'm actually interested in something. Jade, we have talked about Shiyu a lot now, and you have mentioned that you have played for other people. I'm curious now about your account and your personal experience with your account on this Shiyu. Are you free to play? Are you a low spender? And do you chase meta or do you chase waifus? only. So how's your gameplay, and how do you think about the end game on your personal account experience?
If I'm gonna say about my personal account experience, I was a free-to-play back in 1.7. Excuse me, my throat is very itchy today. Back before, well, technically, that was the last day I became free-to-play, because that's when I started becoming consistent on buying the Battle Pass and the Internet on 1.7. And then, from a low spender into basically like a goldfish, because shout out to the whales that sponsor my account. Goodness me, man, those guys are completely crazy. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, somebody basically put a couple of pulls in my account. I did not wanted that. I keep asking them that when it comes to money, you better use that to something important, not to something irresponsible. Because again, to me, that's a lot of money. You know, that's a lot of money, in my opinion. Because again, you better use it. You know, spoil yourself, go buy yourself something nice, something like that. But again, I did say your money, your rules. You know, like I always say. But I'm kind of like, my account situation has no problems, because ever since then, when I was free to play, I basically skip a lot of agents, because I have a belief back then is that, yo, you already have tons of agents in your account. I think it's best to skip a patch and use all of that resources to focus all of your agents that you haven't been investing onto, because they might be useful. Because again, I have a belief back then, you know, free-to-play Harumasa can clear. Basically Haru with Anby and Nicole. That was the free-to-play dream back then. Well, until HP inflation and happened, everything. So that kind of put Haru down the drain. But moving on, I'm kind of, I don't know, it's like, I guess I have most of all the broken agents, like most of them, because back then I was an attacker main. I struggle when there's any anomaly shield stage end game. It's like I just don't expect to get a high score there. If I can get the bare minimum clear, then that's it. I won't get a satisfactory score that I aim for. They usually you know, just 40k. If I can get close to 40k, more than 40k, then I'm pretty satisfied with that. Until Premiere came out, okay? That's the deal breaker for me. That's when I went weak. It's like, damn, I want Premiere. So I gotta break the agenda. I broke my agenda of staying an attacker main because of Premiere. Because I don't know, I'm a sucker for those types of characters. Like, one thing that really made me pull Evelyn, because, you know, it's Evelyn, you know? And then when I saw Premiere, oh my god, she's basically Evelyn. She's giving off that aura vibe, man. I like that. So yeah, so that's what happened. Now I'm planning to pull Premiere, and that's what happened with Yuzuha and Nangong. So yeah, I was supposed to skip issues. I was supposed to skip those anomaly agents, but until when I saw the 4-piece set back then, you know, about the LEAK, about Premiere's 4-piece set, I was disappointed when I see Disorder. When I see Disorder in the blooms, it's like, oh no, she's anomaly. So yeah, that's my story.
So other than anomaly, you are very horizontal as an account, would you say?
Kind of, but yeah, it's just that if I want, you know, basically the best in slot for anomaly right now is Yuzuha and Nangong, you know, base teams. Well, technically Vivian as well, but I don't have Vivian. But I do have a feeling that Premiere won't need Vivian. so I kind of
Probably not.
He'll probably work with the new wind
stuff.
element a
Definitely
little
the
more.
wind stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Do
again,
you have any Void Hunters? Because you didn't mention any of them, so I'm curious now.
technically Premia's wording, her best in slot is basically wind.
Yeah. Did you hear Thirsty's question?
Wait, what was it?
Oh, no. Maybe it was too silent. Give me a second. I was asking if you have any Void Hunters on your account, simply because you have not mentioned any of them yet.
Oh
Are
my
you a
God.
Void Hunter skipper?
Oh my god. No. Again, I'm more of like a... I did say I had no problems, meaning I have all of the broken characters in the game, such as the Void Hunters. So yeah, I have them all. I have them all. It's just that, if you want to get a satisfactory, a high score basically at endgame, it's definitely the Void Hunters or the shield character in the you know, we love our shilling in our gacha games. So yeah, if you want to get a satisfactory score, then you might as well use the shield agent, you know.
True and
At
real.
least with this new buff system, as in there's 3 buffs, you don't have to be there's only one room that's usually shield towards the new agent. That's the only reason why I like this new format, is because you really can split up the which teams you can use in each one, where before you had only one team shield and then the other one had to tough it out. Now it's like each room has its own buff, which you can have a team directly applied to that boss.
That's
yeah,
what
I can understand that, but I also think like by having the prior format where you had to like play the 2 teams into one stage that both had the same buff, I think the buffs were probably more generalized as a result of that, because you kind of just know what it is you're like gonna have to play, even if it's still adhering to like you're gonna play 2 anomaly teams, 2 attacker teams, yada yada. It's kind of like you have more of the like you have more capability to use the buff in unintended ways, which is what makes a good buff. Is like, even if it wasn't unintentional, it's just like the ability for more of the cast to use the buff and not have to be, all right, you're going to play this room for this one character, and then you're going to literally shit and die for the rest of the rooms. It's like that's not fun. I don't think. I think most people would agree that's probably not fun. But I digress.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
Do we have anything else to
about,
say?
Yeah, I was
Ah,
about to say, we have anything about Shiyu?
I don't have anything in particular except as part of the challenge that mentioned a couple of times, I want to say Bernice Nangong, great team. Definitely the team to use in anomaly teams.
Bernice
The Bernice
Nangong.
glaze.
Bernice is a hyper carry because of the buff, and you cannot convince me otherwise, and Zenpai is wrong. I'm making a call out post.
I agree, but I'd still have to try Bernice on room 3.
Do it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Sevatra
I
is
will do it.
Bernice main, so he will glaze Bernice whenever he can.
Technically, it can work. Does Critney's play well with Nangong?
Yes. Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Due
I
to the stunts.
would definitely want to try that out in somebody's account. Because I don't have Bernice.
Well, you can get
Yeah.
Bernice for free through the collectible shop.
The thing
And
is...
you're a whale now too. I mean,
no,
hey, you know,
no. I am not a whale. I'm not a whale, okay? I'm basically a goldfish. That's why I set myself as a goldfish, because I'm basically in the tank and somebody's feeding the goldfish. So yeah, that's me. That's me, man.
So you got Chet, you have heard it. He needs more food, so he can be a whale in the future. He needs to grow.
No, do not feed the
Playing-
goldfish. Do not feed the
Like
goldfish.
feeding frenzy out here. Holy moly.
Yeah, we gotta feed our goldfish here.
I did say, I'm kind of a low spender. I still budget my pool plan, but holy crap, man. But shout out to those that feed the goldfish. Goodness me, man. Like, that's a lot of pulls, bro. That's a lot of pulls. And I've been getting really lucky lately. Like, me personally, in my gacha experience, I always lose the 50. And it's always on full pity. It's always on that curse. But after the Yeshuan Guang incident, I've been kind of getting lucky lately, and I've been saving a lot of pulls. Which is crazy. Yeah. It's like, I always expect that it would be like 200 pulls down the drain for one character, and then 100 more for the Wenjin, if I really want to commit and have the signature. So, all in all, it'd be a total of 300 plus pulls every patch if I want to pull the Wenjin. Goodness me, man. But after getting super lucky, it's just, wow. That's a lot of pulls in my account.
Yeah, it's good to have a stockpile.
Yeah, who would have thought that luck can save you money? All right.
All right, let's go to our word from our sponsor before Deadly Assault.
Yay!
Indeed. Today's special sponsor will be Tater King's Fry Feast at Port Elpis. Every one of us knows the urge for fresh French fries when visiting the area. The sea, I'm sorry. Fee, the owner of the stand, offers special recipe fries with a secret sauce that even seagulls can't resist. No, like literally. Beware of those blood-stamped seagulls. They have their own air force and will get your fries if you look away for even 1 second. But still, these crispy, aromatic fries are worth every defensive effort. Tater King's selection has a variety of available fries types as well as sauces from classics to specials. Enjoy your fries today at the wonderful location of Port Elpis, where the salty breeze from the ocean relaxes your mind, apart from the seagulls. And if you subscribe to our channel now, you will receive 1 free Tater King's fry special to satiate your appetite. Thanks Tater King for sponsoring our podcast. Now back on topic.
I had to like take a double take when you said the name for him, and I was like, "Where the hell is this?"
I was kind of surprised. Like, wait, hold on a moment. I know that place.
Oh, really? Yeah, I had to double check the name because Tater Kings is basically on the wheel stand, and yeah, yes. I was like, okay, interesting. I've never really recognized it as Tater Kings.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Good read. I like that.
Good read.
Got me hungry for
All
some
right.
tater tots.
Me too. I'm hungry already, and I have a coconut next to me, so.
Oh, so that's the coconut you uploaded.
Yeah, exactly. That's my coconut.
All right, let's go to Deadly Assault Season 35 from April 24th to May 8th. What do you guys think about the new, or not really new, this cycle?
I'd say if you have all the archetypes, you're not gonna have any problems. But I have played somebody's account that lacks one side, and it's just, oh my god, it's just it's a 2-2-2 clear, or it's going to be just a 6 mark clear, basically 3 or an 8 mark clear, something like that. It's just that one side would be very shield, depending on your account situation. That's all I could say.
Yeah, overall, this Deadly Assault is quite a hefty chunk of something. It's definitely one of the most difficult DAs we ever had, and this is not only because of the shield buffs we have. They are
I almost forgot about to mention the buffs. The buffs are very annoying.
Yeah, and the enemies are also in a way difficult for quite probably many accounts due to the fact you need two attacker teams and one anomaly team. That is basically shielding a little bit more the AoD side, but usually if you have Nangong, you can use all of the other anomaly agents more easily and with a little bit more restraint without Nangong. But yeah, it's definitely one of my lower score Deadly Assaults as well, simply because I don't have Yishan, I don't have the Alzheimer Hons, I only have Miyabi. This is enough as a Void Hunter. Yeah, it's... Let's say for me it is okay, but I can see that other people struggle a lot. And I think Sevadra has quite a lot to tell about this one. But before Sevadra yaps a lot, Softy and I think Jade, you should talk more before this guy starts yapping again.
I'm fusing at the I have, I'm like the bomb with like the wick from WarioWare. It's ticking down, boys. You better get ready.
I want to say that Sweeper is not. He does lean towards the Angel Delusions, but I had to split it up, and Suna needs to go in the middle because of YSG. That's the only thing. It's like that made it really awkward for me to play Sweeper at first.
Am I good? Can I explode now?
Jay, do you have anything to say first?
Sorry, I was coughing really hard, man. I wasn't able. Oh, what were we talking about?
Do you have anything else to say before Sevadra explodes?
Sevadra explodes. Why is he gonna explode? I was coughing really hectically earlier, man. Like my throat was very itchy right now.
Sevadra, just ignite the flame here.
Yeah, ignite
I'm
the flame.
exploding.
You can go.
Okay, all right.
Let's go.
So
Erupt.
this DA is probably the worst DA that the game has ever seen. And that is counting all of the shit that everybody else had a problem with in all of the other Season 2, all the stuff, all my explosion about Pinnacle, all my explosion about it's so bad here, actually. Like, okay. Here's the situation for the uninitiated. The situation is as follows. One, remember how everybody was dying about how, like, the Rupture show was going to kill everything, and, like, all attackers in Anomaly were just going to be dead and in the water and explode, and, like, nobody would be happy about it? Because Hunter was on cycle for, like, what, 12 out of 14 seasons between 2.3 and 2.5? Or something like that. This cycle is probably the biggest Rupture anti-shill that the game has seen up since that point. And you might be wondering why. If you didn't know, or you haven't been paying attention, Sanguine Sweeper and Primordial Nightmare the Creator are both half defense enemies. Which means two things. One, in order for most attackers and anomalies to deal the equivalent damage that they would to a standard defense enemy, the HP of Sweeper and Nightmare are both significantly higher than a normal defense enemy. For reference, the values themselves are 953 is the standard defense value for boss enemies, and Nightmare and Sanguine both have, I think, 453 defense, which basically means that pen ratio and defense shreds scale less in terms of damage gain, but both attackers and Anomaly just naturally deal more damage. But two, the way that this sucks for Rupture is that because they already penetrate all defense to begin with, the only thing that matters for them is just the raw number value. And Primordial Nightmare and Sanguine Sweeper, and generally the half defense enemies that we've seen so far, have only been like nearly double, but pretty close to double the HP value of the bosses that we've seen with standard defense. This means Rupture naturally does significantly worse against half defense enemies, period. On top of that, Defiler does also exist in this cycle and is a normal defense enemy, but she's ice resistant. And on top of that, guess who else is also ice resistant? The Creator. Creator is also ether resistant, and Sanguine Sweeper is fire resistant. All three of the Rupture elements have a resistant enemy on the cycle, and Defiler, you're basically only ever going to use Yixuan if you're using a Rupture at all whatsoever. But that's not all. It gets worse. The buffs in this cycle. We have Metamorph, which is a repeat of the buff that has been here for the past, I think, 3 cycles since the debut of Nangong Yu. Maybe the end of the Aria cycle as well. But also, you get 2 flavors of Sissia buffs in Swift Strike and Heart Crusher. Heart Crusher, also being the functional Yishengguang buff, is good for the hyper carry Sissia. Like if you pull Sissia and you're going to like not have seed, the Heart Crusher is mostly the buff you're going to use. I think Swift Strike does work in some other situations. I've found it better personally. But also Swift Strike is the Sissia seed buff. If you're playing actually any seed team, if you're playing any seed team with like another electric attacker, and this would be Sissia in this case, you're using Swift Strike, no questions asked. This does not let you use other attackers of other elements because it's electric res down, which is a very strong stat for electric agents only. And guess how many electric attackers there are in the game? Too many? If you're going to use Heart Crusher, then you're only going to get use out of basic attack damage. And that's also going to be how many agents are only using basic attacks? Not enough. And all in all, it just culminates into a nightmare scenario where, like, if you're a newer player, and by newer, not like straight new, but if you've been playing Season 2 from like 2.3 and 2.4 and have invested in like a good amount of Rupture and don't have coverage in attackers or anomalies very well, which I think most people should if they've been playing like before Season 2, but a good lot of people have like dropped off since then, or just haven't been pulling the up-to-date characters to, you know, keep their attackers or anomalies relevant, namely the Yuzuha, the Dialin, the Nangong Yu. If you don't have that coverage for the attacker and anomaly like archetypes, you're kind of in trouble. And I myself, I am the sweat of the group. I'm not even gonna like sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna play any games about it. I'm the sweat of the group. I tend to score chase. I tend to not play strictly meta, but I do have a good amount of knowledge under my belt for how to play this game. I don't have Yishengguang or Yixuan simply because I didn't find them very fun to play initially. And my highest score in this cycle is barely 100k. And that's still pretty good. That is still pretty good for not having any Void Hunters on the cycle. I have Sissia, and I was able to play my Haramasa into Defiler. I also have Nangong and Yuzuha into Sanguine Sweeper, so I was able to score pretty high with that and Yanagi. But other than that, this is the lowest scoring cycle that I have personally played in quite a long time. The Outpost archives don't track before 2.5. Yeah, they don't track before 2.5, but my lowest score in terms of the cycles that the Outpost archives would track would have been the first cycle that Nightmare came on. And this is now lower than that. But all that to say, for me specifically, Nightmare is a problem boss on my account. But this cycle is the worst Rupture cycle ever. Bar the opportunity for them to put 3 half defense bosses in the future. That'll be a great time for everyone involved. But 2, I think Sanguine Sweeper is not as much of a Nangong check as people think he is. The stage mechanic does lean to having a stunner and playing Anomaly at the same time, but there are a couple of comps that can do that pretty decently. Nangong is just an extremely strong character.
True. And she's useful still for the stage.
But, like, yeah. Like, this is just kind of a nightmare cycle for most people if they don't have at least 2 of the Void Hunters. And if one of those Void Hunters is not Yishengguang, you're having a bad time.
I could totally agree on that.
Yeah, at least the last 3. I looking at my archives right now. I've not hit 100. K, but before that I was used to hitting 100K for my overall score. So I'm feeling the struggle here for these last few patches, but it's definitely, this one was a little bit of struggle. I had to change up my Sanguine Sweeper Sanguine Sweeper team to get a higher score, but it still was interesting.
Yeah, it's a time. It's very disheartening to see what has become of my favorite game mode in the game. I'm like reaching that point where it's just like, yeah, as I don't try to hide it. I try to like keep it completely $150 with everyone when I like do any amount of help or analysis of these types of things. And like, I won't say that power creep doesn't exist, but it is, like, I've mentioned that it can become a problem before, and I've given it a pretty long chance at this point. I now think that we are at the point where it is a genuine problem that the game mode is continuing in the trend that it is.
Well, objectively, yes, it's definitely a more dangerous way it is going right now. But to be honest, we had bad DAs before, and then we had broken easy DAs as well. I mean, remember when Miyabi buff was up with Bringer? Like, that buff was one of a kind, and it was an easy sweep for most people. I haven't barely seen anyone complaining about this Shio cycle. Not Shio, Deadly Assault cycle. But yeah, it is definitely on an objective basis. It's getting definitely harder. So the next report I plan to do either before 3.0 or after 3.0 will probably also drop the points for the current endgame regarding being balanced, because what we have now is like getting more and more shield, and well, we will see how it continues, I guess, if it will be more and more present at the end of the day.
And even on that cycle with the like super good Miyabi buff, like it was the season 33, Sudden Nightfall. Like, even on that cycle with the extremely good Miyabi buff, like far and away the best single buff that Deadly Assault had ever seen, and probably will ever see for like at least the end of this like version. At the rate that things are going, I'm expecting that to not be the case sooner than later. But even through that, I strictly said, like, this is not a good direction. Like, I don't like the situation where buffs are becoming catered to not just one, two specific agents per team, right? It's like, who else is going to use this buff? You're going to be playing this, like, you have ice res, you inflict disorder on enemies, and you have focus on stun. The only two agents who can take full advantage of that at the point that was released were Miyabi and Nangong. And Marionette was on cycle as the easy boss because, like, I don't know, they wanted people to have fun every once in a while. But as the trade-off, being a cycle like the current cycle, I don't think it's worth it. Like, Swift Strike is just not... Like, every one or two attack agents, like, buff ever is just not a good trend of buffs. Every, like Ether Veil specific buff, like, even as we've gotten more Ether Veil over time, like, if it's Ether Veil specific to Rupture or Ether Veil specific to Attack or Anomaly, they're just not good. It's needless gatekeeping, and, like, that's the model of the gacha, and everybody will be like, that's kind of how it goes, and that's still a problem. Just because that's how it goes doesn't mean it's the correct way to go.
True.
So
I agree with that.
I will say something about it, and if I'm fighting a fruitless fight, then if the world continues or chooses to become my enemy, I will fight as I always have, Shadow from Sonic 06.
I do have a say-so here regarding, outside of Deadly Assault, It's Threshold Simulator. I actually like that endgame mode where you get to choose which final boss you want to fight. And what I like about that is you need to bring 4 to 5 teams built. And technically you can borrow builds. There is a cheesy way tactic to play it. But to make this topic a bit more related to that, I actually want Deadly Assault to have 4 bosses. Because I know somebody would not agree with this, because again, not a lot of people have a lot of built agents, okay? But the idea here is if we have more bosses and the changes to the buffs, I think it would have more options to get 6 marks on over here, and maybe make that 9 or 12 mark reward more rewarding, like, for example, a hamster cage or a tuning calibrator down the line. Because again, the 9 marks reward is not that really, not that really crazy. All you need is 6 marks. But again, there are some people like your boy that loves to sweat and aim for a high score, trying to maintain the agenda of getting more a higher score than his past score. I do understand that. It's just that if we had 4 bosses, I think the older... Because again, with 3 bosses only, we only get to cycle 1, the new boss. We will get to see him or her all the time for the whole patch. 2... The second boss in the rotation would be a previous boss that we've already seen in the last patch, and 3, the third one would be random, You know, they could probably put in UCC or probably not, and then they'll probably put in, you know, like they did with Mario, and then the next time they will not, and then they'll put in the priest, and then they will not. It's just that if they add a fourth boss, I think that would give a comfort to put in the older bosses, like Pompey. Like, I haven't seen Pompey in a long time. I haven't seen Bringer in a long time. I haven't seen the other bosses in a long time. Like, Typhon, okay? Typhon, I really want to play with Typhon. Typhon is a very fun boss. I think adding a fourth boss as basically a comfort, so you could definitely see the older bosses, would be nice. And also to point out the problem earlier about the shilling. It's kind of, it is what it is, you know? But all I'm saying is that I actually did talk about this previously, like last year, when Rupture came out. It's like, there will be a day where we won't even notice, but throughout the content, throughout the story, throughout the end game, it will be nerfed. Same case when on season 1, Anomaly was very heavily buffed, and then Attacker was kind of lacking, and then in season 2, Attacker got something, and then Rupture was heavily buffed, and then Anomaly was struggling into, at the very later of season 2, we suddenly shift into that shilling, you know? So it's bound to happen. Like, definitely, I did say that someday in the future, if Miyabi receive nerfs, unfreezable bosses, and then freeze resistant bosses throughout the content, basically Miyabi nerfs back to back, I do believe Ishuin will probably receive the treatment as well. And later down the line, in the future, probably Yeshuan Guang as well. And what's really scary, if they're about to go that route with Yeshuan Guang nerfing throughout the content, I do believe a lot of attackers are going to be affected. Because again, when Miyabi was being nerfed, Hugo and Ellen was also affected. Because again, you know, the ice resist, even the stage is like, yo, you can use an attacker here, but sadly it's ice resist. So Hugo and Ellen is out of the idea. So if Rupture is being nerfed, as we, you know, right now in Deadly Assault, because again, like your boy just said about having low armor and having more HP, meaning Rupture is not even that really good. So it's kind of happening now. You know, we're now receiving the nerfs as we speak. But it is what it is. It's bound to rotate. And what I'm afraid, even though wind is not part of the topic, I do believe it's gonna be an anomaly shield next patch, in the future patch, and there's gonna be a rotation. You know, it's like a rotation, I believe. But that's just that.
Even though, yes, it is rotation, this is a very bad rotation. I'm not gonna lie. This is horrible. Even accounts without Rupture, I think, are struggling with this cycle.
I mentioned this is the lowest scoring cycle I've had in probably all of season 2. But like it's kind of at the point where I just got 100k and then just dipped. It's like I basically struggle at the current moment. I only really struggle on any cycle that Primordial Nightmare exists on. I have a good counter to everything but that boss on my account, because I don't have Yeshongguang. And that's the simple and hard truth. I skipped the Void Hunter and I'm paying the price. And I anticipated this would happen. It's still not a nice feeling, you know? Like, I talk about it as if I'm like, you know, kind of a mode of authority, or like have a whole, like I have a lot of knowledge about Zenless, but like I'll reiterate for the people who aren't aware, Zenless is my first and only gacha game. And so a lot of what I say may have some amount of naivety in it, as like kind of don't have familiarity with the patterns that these games go through, or like I don't like, you know, I don't judge them as critically, or I put some blind faith in some things that may seem a little delusional to the seasoned gotcha player. But you know what? I'm still experiencing these things for the first time as a person who just wants to enjoy the game for the sake of enjoying the game. Is that so much to ask?
Oh,
Yeah, for the just the regular people that want to dip in and dip out, I feel like this is a struggle. This is a struggling DA on cycle. For us, Sweatsy even was struggling for us.
true. Even though it is still something that has to be reminded. In theory, for just the polychrome rewards, you just need 6 stars. Even though it shouldn't be a thing when a seasoned player who plays since 1.x, it shouldn't be like made so hard suddenly that he can't 9-star anymore at all. This is not
there
really
yet, but we're
the-
getting there, and that's
yeah, but I mean the direction is currently, you know, the wrong one. So I can see that the issue, and I mean even though I'm like a shark type of player money wise, I do feel it myself on my account, even though it's very horizontal, and I have quite many M1s or M2s. The only M6 I have is Hitari, but she's a special kind of summon, like the first agent ever that, yeah, it got me acting unwise. Yeah, she's definitely an exception in all of that. I tried Yitari on all 3 bosses, and Defiler, for instance, the first time I had M6 Yitari and Defiler was on the program, I was able to get like 45,000 to 50,000 points with her, Lucia and Dialin. Now it's like between 30 and 35, depending on how much I play. I did play a lot of Zisia on M0 and M1 as well in this year, especially against Sanguine Sweeper as well. I was surprised Zisia is able to clear that, but still, be in mind, I think the clear I got was with Chingy and Astra. I got like 26,000 points. Funny enough, I tried a very interesting combo of Grace, Zisia, and Yuzuha. Mind you, this team actually works together with all passives up, and I got 24,000 points on all 3 battles. Basically always nearly the same, even though I had no rotation, I had no idea what exactly to do. Mind you, I have a user M2, Grace is M6, and Zisia is M1. So this was basically a whale out try on Centurion Sweeper, but still an interesting score, especially since many people say that Grace is a weak agent. If you have like Grace, Rakuto, Yuzuha, it will boost Grace very, very hard, especially with her new awakening. But yeah, overall, bosses get more specific. And I was one of those people who said in the past I don't mind specific bosses if other classes, like Attack and Rupture, are still able to clear, then it is fine and it's okay, because then you have basically the Anomaly class that is very effective against this guy, but the other 2 classes, if people are not really focused on let's say, Attack and Rupture, they can still clear with, like, let's say, 20 to 30,000 points. But now we are at the stage where it is only possible, or most likely possible, it depends on what you have in your arsenal, that you don't clear even with 20k, which is a problem, especially a balancing issue from the developers. And most likely the reason why they are shilling so hard is it's a marketing strategy. CCC is my first gacha from Hoyo itself. but I played other gachas before, and the principle is always nearly the same, that the longer the game goes on, of course, the stronger the new agents will get for sales, of course, but also the end game sometimes does ridiculous jumps. And while in the past these jumps were good and healthy for the end game because we had a phase where the end game was boring and because too easy, now it's hitting a time where the shields are too aggressive for probably marketing, where the bosses are too restrictive, and also including the buffs. If you do a boss restriction and a buff restriction, it's getting out of hand and it is a problem for free-to-play players. And this is something that might, and this is not me doom posting, but this is like a thing that can happen, a theory. If they continue this way, even more aggressively in 3.x, then this will be a really, really big issue for Zenless on Zero. I hope it doesn't happen. We will have to see what happens. I'm still excited for 3.x, honestly, because for me personally, it looks already better story-wise than 2.x. Anyways, that's my take.
We can talk about how it may fit into 3.x, but if we have any other not complaints about Deadly Assault, I mean, all things considered, even though like the environment sucks to play in, but like I think mechanically speaking, if you were to remove like any of the shill, like everything's in this like thing, and just kind of make it like you play these 3 bosses in like a tower style neutral format where it's like, you know, you can kind of just play whatever. Mechanically speaking, I actually really like the Nightmare fight. Like, actually, genuinely. I would love to play Nightmare more in just a neutral environment. Defiler is also a pretty decent boss, mechanically speaking, and like, Sweeper's, he's okay. Not my favorite, but not the worst. I've expressed before, but like I also really like Vesper as a boss, just kind of outright. But yeah, like overall, it's kind of just the environment is more of the problem than the actual like game mode. Everything is becoming a victim of circumstance, and it's just not like, yeah, it's not a good sight.
I think what we need for Deadly Assault is the buffs need to be somewhat universal or generic, not shilled, you know?
I would literally not complain if the buffs were more universal. I would literally be fine with that.
Like if like we could, like we got 3 archetypes, right? We got Attacker, Rupture, and Anomaly. If we keep just getting those 3 generic universal buffs all the time, and they just change it from time to time. Like, I even like the stun buff, you know? I'm a big fan of the stun buff, the ultimate buff. Those are kind of unique, you know? Very, very fun. Like, if you see the ultimate buff, like any Anomaly, any Attacker, any Rupture can use that. Because, again, the ultimate buff is actually nice. You know, you get an extra decibel gain. And then the stun buff is nice, especially for teams right now. Even Anomaly has now a stunner in need, so I think having a stun buff is actually nice as well. So I think the devs need to direct their situation on the buffs, less shilling, more universal, generic buffs. Because this actually we actually talked about this with a fellow content creators. We actually talked about this as well. It's just that we don't know what the devs have in store for Deadly Assault. They did change shield defense, right? In somewhat, it's like there's pros and cons, right? There's pros and cons. I kind of like its restrictiveness. It's kind of like, it is an endgame mode, right? It is an endgame mode. It's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be like, yo, it's an endgame mode. You gotta follow the rules. These are the rules. You play by the rules. You know, it is what it is. If it's shilled, then go cry about it. but jokes aside, it's going back to Deadly Assault. I think adding 4 bosses. I know I said this again, but adding 4 bosses, I think, might be the key. Because again, if we had 4 buffs, if we had more buffs, like again, Threshold Simulator. When I played Threshold Simulator, you had so many buff options. You could totally pick your poison. It's like, yo, I think this would be a good addition to Deadly Assault. Like, imagine if they did this route, you know?
You wouldn't be the first person that has said that, like, made that exact suggestion. I've heard that actually several times from several people.
I was one of them. I would also love 4 bosses, but this is me and I'm a whale, so my opinion is not based.
But it would be
My
fun.
only gripe with 4 bosses would be the time needed to complete all 4 bosses. My normal time frame for how long it takes me to do a Deadly Assault or even a Shiyu is between 20 and 30 minutes. If it were to be any longer than that every 2 weeks, I would have struggles with my IRL issue or my current IRL. So this being a 20 to 30 minutes every week going through and doing this, that is fine. But if we add another boss, it'd go probably to be a 30 to 45 minute time cycle. So that is my only gripe with probably having 4 bosses. But I think just a 4th buff with the 3 bosses would be more suffice for helping people out, or even
that would
so
be very
you have one
nice.
shield. That I think that would be the correct way to go rather than being another boss.
But having a 4th boss would be nice, you know?
Yeah, I agree for the horizontal people, but it's just the amount of time to spend with having another boss might be the struggle.
I don't know, just coping, you know, because again, if there would be a 4th boss, that means there will be more rewards, and hopefully that the more rewards you get, it would be way more nicer, you know. It's just nice to have rewards.
Let's go.
Yeah, more. I think the resources or the rewards are just fine, but that's just me for this Deadly Assault.
I think adding an extra buff would be really nice, you know. Just make
There
it.
should be at least one general buff, to be fair. Like, I don't mind if they do a shield buff, right? But if they do a heavy shield buff, which is totally fair for those people who summoned, right? Give also a general buff. So, like, as a 4th option that is always general. That would help so much on the basis for especially free-to-play players, right? But, well, we will see what will happen, because the devs have also their surveys. I don't know what happens when other people fill out their surveys, if they do so. But yeah, there is a general way they're going, and usually they also factor in the mass. And, you know, there's quite a lot of players, and we have lost TV mode for the sake of the mass opinion, which a few of us didn't really appreciate. Like, I'm one of those people who would love there would be TV mode back. So yeah, we will see if this also counts for Deadly Assault and other endgame modes. I mean, maybe Shiyu will receive a change in 3.x with like time runs again and not the damn score number, because, well, I don't like it, plenty do not like it, and Deadly Assault, well, we will see if we get a 4th boss, if we get more shields. Yeah, it's a thing we will see in 3.x. So yeah.
Okay,
And then we can
trust the process. Believe that the Norma banner is gonna save the Zenless endgame, not because Norma's gonna be busted, but because every time there's a generalist stunner on cycle, the game is great because the buffs are generalist.
Oh yeah, because when
trust the process.
Jafufu when came out, like the buffs were kind of general.
Buffs are great.
Yeah.
And look at what we have now.
Anyway.
Well, in the future, we will have a new boss in the next cycle. I won't go into detail, other than they did spoil it in the live stream. Then they have Wandering Hunter, And again, they have Deviler coming on this one. I'm not happy that they've rotated the same boss on the next cycle, but at least it is basically going to be one anomaly, one rupture, and one attacker boss, at least this cycle from the looks of it. So we'll go back to the normal.
It's the end of the season tax. The game mode has been like kind of wavering. That hot reference, the Wandering Hunter stage mechanic. Anyway.
All right, let's move on to our side topic or off topic being Premia. Jade, what has you very much interested in Premia?
Oh, damn.
Please don't say the
Gotta
answer
see,
that I
man.
think you're gonna say.
Well, technically,
He wants to get stepped on.
no,
Okay.
not that. But hopefully, you know, sure, why not, right? But I don't know. It's just that type of strong woman is just really attractive to me. You know, the first time when I saw Evelyn, she's giving off that vibe. It's just wow. I'm kind of I kind of like that. You know, so that was the deal breaker for me. It's like wow, I gotta pull that. So yeah, I had to break my agenda for that.
Enough. And about
One thing, you know,
Oh, go ahead.
gooning aside, okay, gooning aside, I'm feel kind of sad, you know, that she's been getting a lot of nerfs back to back because again she's too strong. Okay, she's too strong, so the devs are nerfing her because they don't want her to power creeping you know Miyabi. So they had to nerf her. It's understandable. You know, she is a kind of like a filler patch agent. They had to fill in an agent, you know, just to delay season 3 a little bit. But at the same time, I'm kind of happy because again, Premia as a new agent, as our second ice anomaly, it would be good for newer players that don't have Miyabi, you know? So it's like, yo, if we had newer players and then they say, oh, I don't have any ice DPS, then they could pull for Premia, which is good. Because again, not everybody would have Miyabi, especially, you know, newer players. So I guess it's nice. That's what I like about ZZZ is you should always take into perspective on a newer player's perspective. It's because sometimes the reran does not make sense. Like for example, Orphe. You know, Orphe is kind of sad. Like she does not make sense to rerun next to Billy. I think it was next to Billy, right?
Yep.
Yes.
It does not make sense, but it's kind of like, hey, at least it's like it's for newer player case, so they have an option if they want to pull this or not. So they can totally build a team, but at the same time, it does not kind of make sense because, you know, usually if they do a reran pair up, it's like if it's a DPS, it's gonna be a support. If it's a support, then the rerun would be a DPS, vice versa. But the devs have been doing a rerun that really don't make sense. Like for example, for marketing survivability, aka Banue. Like to me it felt, I think putting Ellen in the rerun, I know we're talking about Premiere, but this is just my ADHD just triggering, but I think putting Ellen there was basically they're saving Grace for money reasons. It's like, yo, we're gonna go bankrupt here, so we need to put a rerun character that would help pull in extra cash. So they rerun Ellen next to Banue. Something like that. So going back to Premia, I can't wait. Okay, I can't wait for Premia. I am gonna pull for her. Hopefully the luck continues, or she's gonna take all my poly. Either way, I can't wait.
I'm very much interested in Premia's freeze and how that's going to work with a lot of enemies, because freezing anomaly has been very much nerfed over the last many patches and bosses and stuff like that. So I want to see really how much Primea is gonna do with bosses now that freeze has been very much nerfed throughout last whiles. So I mean, the blooms are going to definitely help Primea with her damage, but I really want to see what's going to be going on with her freeze anomaly and how that's going to rotate around.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
thought
if the-
about that. Because I don't know, I was gooning hard. I didn't thought about the difficulty of the stage. Goodness me, man. Holy fuck. Technically, yeah, it's like, especially how the situation is right now. Because again, Miyabi has been, being nerfed, and then adding another ice anomaly on top of that, which is, again, like I said, she was also nerfed as well. I think they kind of redirected how Primea works, meaning it's
Yeah.
not about freezing the boss. It's about proccing blooms and disorder, I believe. And pretty much sure, wind is gonna be Primea saving grace, not really about freezing. But yeah, it's kind of sad if we're gonna base it on the past bosses, right? But I do believe future bosses, Primea is gonna do fine, hopefully.
I think she only likes to freeze the smaller enemies and walk around like she's strutting everything. But otherwise, let's not goon about that. Let's go on about endgame for Primea. I
do-
want to say, oh, go ahead, Savadra. You go ahead. You haven't talked about this.
I do believe, like, what they showed in the special program was that Promeo was capable of freezing enemies, and, like, being an ice anomaly, this would make intuitive sense. But a long while ago, there were, like, when the Inklings were just starting about, like, around her drip market, it was like the Inklings were kind of running about that just wouldn't be the case, or that she was going to use the ice anomaly but without the freeze aspect. And like that consideration has like always been in my mind for Promea. But I think given that she has shown that she's able to do that and still take advantage of that aspect of freeze specifically, I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say that there may be another new freezable boss coming. I am gonna reserve some very cautious optimism about that, because like the entire world will just break loose when that does happen in relation to Miyabi in general. But if the boss is like designed around that specific aspect and is like, going to basically be given mechanics around specifically freeze, or like given a whole bunch of HP because you're able to extend the stun with freeze and other stuff like that. Like if that's the basis of building the boss, like the theoretical new freezable boss, then I'm not sure that's a good thing. But I would also be interested to see how it works, because it would inherently mean it's a more skill focused boss. It's never gonna happen, but I'm like kind of just spitballing. In terms of how Promea will fit with the general roster as it currently stands, in the general endgame, like the bar what the 2.8 boss is going to do, which I have a brief idea, but again, I haven't looked too hard into it. I think she'll be okay. She's gonna be a second option of a bloom damage DPS for a different element of the roster, and like both ether and ice are both, elements that have a lot of good matchups in them. Even if it's not like, most of the season 2 content would not be favored for Promea specifically, but like having the Bloom aspect is going to benefit Promia more than not. That I think that it probably won't matter as much. And as we move into whatever season 3 is going to do in terms of combat mechanics, it's like I think she'll have a pretty strong place for a good while.
Thirsty, what's your thoughts?
Romeo is an interesting character, but I will skip her. Generally speaking, with the kits that got released, she's definitely more on the Bloom side, and well, she will be an interesting side character next to Miyabi. What will happen exactly is a different question with how her freeze will proc, etc. But usually you could say, like, while Premier is more on the Bloom damage focused side, and can make use of it, especially with buffs, Miyabi will be more the ice anomaly for disorders. So they at least have a different playstyle, both of them, and a different use. So you can make use of both of them if you have both. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. We will have to see what Promea will bring to the ice table for anomaly agents, honestly. I was interested to play her with Miyabi, but I don't think that they complement each other too good or good enough. Yeah, we will see about that.
I saw the creator embargo has been released for the beta or the creator server videos, so videos of Promea gameplay are out as of the recording of this podcast. I saw Apple's video, which is one of the very few creators I watch for creator server stuff. And like he played Miyabi Promea, and like it's a team that I was like thinking about for a while. Apparently it's just not as good as I was hoping it would be, which kind of sucks, but like it's barely better than Yuzuha Sokaku, just like putting Promea straight in there. But perhaps that can change. Maybe it's just a situation where like the focus on a bloom damage and the buffs is a strict situation that means Miyabi is just not as useful as like it is just focusing damage on Promea. But maybe if something more generalized comes out in the future that buffs ice anomaly in general, maybe that'll change. Who can say for sure?
Sabadra, since you watched a guide, is Premia more of a like on-field person than a side DPS?
Easiest comparison I can make, and this is funny because Jade made the comparison in like the goon factor for Evelyn. She's basically anomaly Evelyn. You build up her resource, and after using a certain set of her moves, after proccing a freeze, you trigger a bunch of blooms at once. And it's kind of just a burst anomaly type of playstyle, but it's like hyper carry burst anomaly. So in a similar form of like damage to Arya, but much quicker. So like you can use your blooms a lot more consistently out of stun with Promea than you can with Arya, if that makes sense.
Interesting.
All right.
You guys have anything else to say about Promea?
She can
Not really.
step on me.
Yeah, man.
We knew that was coming on. All right, let's go to the outro then. Jade, since you're our guest, where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me on YouTube. I stream ZZZ all the time, but I've been busy lately. But yeah, you can find me on YouTube. I stream ZZZ all the time.
Thirsty, where can we find you? You can find me on Discord in the Battle Hub server as the owner of it for Sendless on Zero PvP. We have the official English community here for PvP related stuff and also hosting events, while Sevadra is my co-host and no, not co-host, co-owner. I
Technically
am
the
also
co-host.
yeah, I am also on YouTube. I have under Random Blood Gaming, so everything about me is quite random. My latest video is about Tissia, and showing that she is not as bad as some people might have suspected. And I do also sometimes funny runs in between. I do endgame styled reports as well from time to time to see how the endgame style of Zenless is. And currently my biggest focus on YouTube is Zenless on Zero, but I do plan to play other games in the future as well. For now I will be in Zenless only. Yeah, Softy, where can we find you?
You can find me on YouTube under Softy Mage, and then also I'm another moderator on the Battle Hub Discord server. Savadra, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Savadra. I kind of fell off on the streaming thing that I said I was going to do, but I'm on vacation this coming week, so I will actually do a stream. And then I also upload on YouTube sometimes at youtube.com/@Savadra. I am the primary co-owner of the Battle Hub Discord, which is the English community, Zenless endgame and PvP, kind of draft PvP hub type of deal. And we recently got a pretty good facelift because it's our 1 year anniversary. Our first birthday was on the 28th of April. So happy birthday to us.
Happy birthday.
But I am also in lurking in various content creator discords here and there. You might be able to find me around if you see me, say hello. And yeah.
Everyone, you take care.
Yep, see you
Have a
around,
good
guys.
one.
Okay, appreciate you all, man. Holy crap, and this was fun. My introduction, I don't know, my outward introduction was not practiced. I basically just said, yo, I'm from YouTube, I stream ZZZ, but I didn't say that you could go to jadenova.com, like, whatever, but... Okay, appreciate y'all, man. Like,
It
this was
works.
fun.
Your links
Yeah,
will be in the
it works,
description.
it
Don't
works.
worry about it.
We will post your YouTube link into our description as well, so that's definitely fine. And yeah, you will get the recognition. Thanks for being here on the podcast.
Yeah, I really love yapping with fellow yappers as well that enjoy ZZZ, that enjoy Tagoon in the game.
Yeah.
I hope the stream enjoyed the behind the scenes look at how we do our things. It really is just kind of fuck it, we ball, you know.
Yeah,
It's
so
fine.
we are really deep into endgame. For some people, it might be boring, but usually we are, since we are doing so much about it with PvP, CCC events, and Deadly Assault, GU, etc. We have to have a certain kind of knowledge, which kind of was the reason why we started the podcast, to talk deeply about endgame. And some people actually enjoy it because we share quite many things about CCC, because there are so many small things that implemented in this game that are quite nice to have, because like it makes the game lively. But we are also, let's say, realistically critical if something is not really right, even though we are usually on the not dooming edge of the content creator sphere. We are usually optimistically realistic, but we can be critical if something is bad. We will talk it out, like Sevadra having a crash out on a certain shill buff, or now with the current Deadly Assault rotation.
The
So,
bombs
yeah.
like to drop with Savadra sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey man, you're gonna put me in a situation where I need to like be critical of something. I'm gonna crash out.
But I have to say, you were
how we do.
pretty tame today. It was kind of disappointing to not see your rage there, like for Pinnacle, man.
It was tame, but it still was raged. It was a good
Yeah,
bomb that you flew in there.
Oh, you're telling me there's
true.
something way worse than that?
Oh yeah, I don't know which podcast exactly it was, but we have something about Pinnacle where our dear friend had a very funny crash
It
out.
was, I think, the first DA of 2.3.
Oh.
Oh, the words that have burned inside my mind. I fucking hate.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love Isovaldo. He's a good guy.
Appreciate it.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm dipping out. Old conversations
Yep.
need to have an ending, so. But this is how
Yep,
conversations
I'm gonna
go.
dip out as well
you
and
know?
start editing. So
But this is how
Indeed.
conversations go. You know, it goes all over the place. But I appreciate you all for having me. And oh my fucking god, there we go. People are redeeming stuff now. Okay, I'm dipping out. This thing's distracting me. Appreciate you all.
Yep,
Bye
see
bye,
ya.
man. Really? You just had to do it, huh? You just had to do it. You just had to do it. Who did that? Goma. Really? You just had to do it, man. Okay, I had to dip out there kind of early because of you. Holy crap, man. But I'm not gonna ban you because the podcast is already over. But it was kind of a productive podcast. I kind of like that. You know, it's all about yapping about whatchamacall, the end game stuff. The whatchamabaloogie. Goodness me, man. I think I'm the idiot in the group there, but I think I'm the only one that's gooning. Moving on, it's fun. It's fun. You know, I do have my rant about endgame stuff, especially regarding on the shilling factor, but it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. Hold on a moment. Did Rascal remove his pin message? That's weird. Jade representing 90% of the ZZZ community? Who? Gooning? It is me, man. No, Jade, ban me? No, I'm not gonna ban you. You do not get the satisfactory of getting banned. Oh my god, and then there you have it. Because I mean, who? Skull just fucking banned him. What the heck, man? Skull, stop banning Gooma. Oh my god. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I needed to do my freaking end field before I end the stream. Or I could just do this off stream. I don't really need to show this on stream. However, there's one thing I want to show on stream, and it's Premiere. I haven't been reacting to this. Let me react to this. Holy crap, man. I wanted to react to this earlier, but let me see this, man. Premiere character demo. What do we have to offer? Let me mute my music.
We've tried everything, but they aren't someone we can deal with through legitimate means.
That's fine. Krampus has kept an eye on them for a while.
You've got some nerve running an underground auction under the name of Tops. Do you want Dylan and me to handle it?
No need. Just wait here for word.
Like, who is this? Okay, technically she's probably the leader of Krampus. Because we clearly don't know who's the leader of Krampus. I thought it was Zhao. Phoenix? No, it is not Phoenix.
Promea will take care of it.
Almost! If I could just open this! What are you doing? Stay still, all of you!
Okay, goodness me, man, she definitely enjoyed that. Goodness me, man.
Move it! Don't keep the mind free!
So, congrats to guest number. Yes.
Wait, what?
Now, for the last. The moment you've all been waiting for.
What is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you The highlight of tonight's auction. Raise your paddles high. This opportunity won't last! A sleek, graceful figure in the stunning violet hair.
Wait, what the heck? There's, what the heck is this? Why did ZZZ became dark? There's auction selling people? What?
Tonight's crowning jewel. No. The rarest find this auction has ever seen! Go ahead and place her most generous bid. We'll see who she belongs to.
Your target is the one wearing the ram mask, the organizer of this auction. Get rid of him. Found him.
Oh my, it's staged. Holy shit! God damn, holy, what the heck? I thought this was her lore, why she got captured and stuff. No, this is basically an assassination. Okay, so this is basically staged. She just, I don't know, just joined the heck of this just so she could get to her target? Goodness me, man. Damn, holy crap! I can't wait. I cannot wait. Holy crap, bro.
Mission complete. Good. Did everything go well?
Everything was as expected. What's my next mission?
Oh my god, this is why she kind of reminds me of Evelyn, bro. This was Evelyn back then. She was just taking mission after mission after mission until she met, until Evelyn met Astra. Okay, Evelyn became from just a complete, I think she was kind of depressed because she's always taking mission, take this out, do your mission, do this, repeat, rinse and repeat. And after this, I do believe what Premiere is missing is basically the light at the end of the tunnel. Basically, you know, her Astra type of thing, you know? But holy crap, I do believe it's the proxy. Because again, there's actually one picture that I really liked. That I really liked, you know? Where was that photo? Technically, I did turn that into a thumbnail, which is this one. Okay, which is this one. It's this one. Like, holy crap. When the devs dropped this, okay, when they posted this, when ZZZ posted this, I was like, I fucking knew it. Okay, I fucking knew it that there is something more to her. Okay, there is something more to her that we have not seen. Okay, there's something more to her that we have not seen. Because again, Evelyn, right? When we saw Evelyn, she was very seriously toned. Until once you finally get to meet her, you know, once you do her trust, we've seen her demo, basically her story, or basically her episode. It basically showed her other side that we didn't get to see. And I do believe there's gonna be an icebreaker, okay? Pun intended. Goodness me, man. I cannot wait. Like, to me, this is like, oh my god. Look how happy she is. You know? Look how happy she is. Oh, so Premiere is another dating sim? No, goodness me, man. She's definitely gonna be... She's definitely showing... She's definitely not showing something. Okay, that's basically it. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Holy crap, man. Like, goodness me, man. It's like metaphorically... It's like a metaphor. Like, she's in a cage. She wants to break free. It's like metaphorically. It's art, guys. It's fucking art. It's basically art, man. She wants to break free. Goodness me, man. It's like there's more to this story, man. I'm kind of hype. I've never been this interested on a character for a long time. Holy crap, man. Usually I'd be like, oh, I'm just pulling the character because she's broken, like Yeshuan Guang, and then eventually, once she's finally out, because she's meta, she's fucking broken, because she's a Void Hunter, she ends up becoming a bit too boring? Yeah. Unlike Evelyn, okay? Evelyn, holy crap, man. I enjoy playing Evelyn. Like, Evelyn is fun to play. You like, you're thinking about your resources, how many chains you can do in a single stun window, maintaining your resources, looking, you know, paying attention on all of that. That is fun, okay? That is fun to play. Again, and one thing to keep in mind, Evelyn doesn't have her own 4-piece set, so you have to experiment with her. Okay, you have to experiment with her. That's what makes Evelyn interesting. However, this one, okay, Premiere, okay, basically Evelyn 2.0 has her own 4-piece set. And I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be peak. This is gonna be fun. It's basically, yeah, it's basically Evelyn. Holy crap, man. I can't wait. Goodness me, man. I've never been this so interested in a character for a long time, man. And I can't believe Premiere is the one that really broke my agenda. Definitely worth it, man. Definitely worth it. And also, not just about Premiere. Okay, not just Premiere, but Velina. I can't wait for Velina. Definitely, you know, talking about the podcast with the guys earlier, Premiere will not work well with Miyabi. I could totally tell. Again, that was one thing to keep note is Miyabi is definitely for the disorder archetype. Okay, Miyabi is definitely on the disorder archetype. Meanwhile, Premiere is more of in the Abloom. Okay, more on the Abloom archetype, which I'm kind of interested. Okay, which I kind of find fun. Especially she's something new as well, because again, Wind is definitely going to be her best in slot. She won't work as well with Miyabi. Vivian would probably be a good, right? Definitely Vivian, because again, Vivian provides a lot of consistent Ablooms, so that would be nice. But in what I think right now is it's definitely going to be Nangong with Yuzuha for now, but it can work with Vivian and Yuzuha, Vivian and Nangong. It can work, but for now, her best in slot is in season 3, which is Velina, because I've seen the videos. Okay, I've seen the CC beta videos. Holy crap, man. Velina and Premiere are doing so much damage. Like, the way they play together is so tailoredly made. Like, they are definitely tailored for each other. It's so fun. Velina can be played as an on-field character. Like, she's, Velina, in my understanding, she's basically Yanagi. Okay, she's basically Yanagi. You could play her as a main damage dealer, or you could play her as an off-field character, like if you just want to have extra resources, basically a quick swap. I could totally see that. Now, I'm actually debating whether or not to pull Billy, waiting for Jade to give me pulling advice account review. Oh yeah, speaking of the account reviews, holy crap, man. Speaking about the account reviews, I will be rollbacking on the account reviews, probably, hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, because I've got nothing much to do tomorrow. Hopefully IRL stuff won't get me occupied, and I'll try to lock in on the account reviews, you know, giving you guys advice and everything. Okay. Okay, that's pretty much... I don't know. I think I'm pretty much done for today. Holy crap, man. It's 1 a.m. Goodness me.
Nice weather.
The angles. Yes, the angles is worth it.
Perfect for atonement.
Okay, kind of like that. I kind of like that. Okay, I'm pretty much done for the day, guys. Holy crap, man. I'm pretty much done. Pretty sleepy, pretty tired. Oh, goodness me, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow on... and plus, I'm not going to sleep just yet. I need to do my Enfield off stream. So, guys... Time for the points. The points. Again, this is going to be a quick point. Okay, quick point distribution. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, points have been distributed. It's time for me to dip out, guys. Appreciate y'all for hopping in. 07, guys. 07. Again, guys. Good morning, good evening, and good night. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody, and bye-bye.